Welcome back to the Delaware Way. Here's something interesting. The map that you grew up with, the map that you could look at right now, is not true. New Jersey and Delaware, there's a part of Delaware that's in New Jersey and it doesn't show up in any map. So the representation of Delaware and New Jersey is false. Here to talk about that is Chris Franklin, a reporter at NJ.com who wrote a story on this. Fascinating story. It really was fascinating.
It's really crazy. All this time I used to look at a map and go, you know what? This is the way everything should be, and it's completely different, especially after doing this story.
And we're only talking about a little bit of land, right?
Exactly. There's a little piece right across in Pennsville, right across from Newcastle, and a little tip of artificial island that is actually owned by Delaware.
And is that land usable?
Right now, it's mostly sediment, and it's not really developable right now. But it could become something that, if basically settled right, it could be something in the future, possibly.
What's odd about it is when you look at a map, it does look like it should be part of New Jersey, right? And it's on the other side of the river.
Yeah, exactly.
How did Delaware get this?
It goes way, way, way back. Like King Charles and William Penn, when they first got there, they made this agreement, say, hey, you know what? We'll make this circle around where the Newcastle courthouse is going to be. And you know what? You can have everything that goes within it. Well, over time, low tides happened, then the Delaware River started having a little dredging project, and they needed somewhere to put the fill for it. They dumped the sediment there, and all of a sudden, it slowly creeps up over and over into the Delaware River and into the area that is owned by Delaware. So now Delaware owns land in New Jersey, and it's just crazy.
Let's just use some common sense on this, right? So Delaware has this little part of land in New Jersey, but you look at a map, I mean, and it's New Jersey. It's part of New Jersey, right? So does Delaware, do the state police get called when there's something that happens on that land?
Unfortunately, if there's an incident on a Delaware Memorial Bridge and something happens to come over to that land, they're forced to drive possibly up an hour. The Delaware State Police has to cross over the bridge and go over to that land and go ahead and take care of everything that's going on there. Pennsville Police may go ahead and see, hey, this is going on here, but Delaware State Police still has jurisdiction.
So it's mostly a marsh, right?
Yeah.
Mostly marshland. And bodies are found in marshes sometimes. So if a body's found there, the New Jersey police have to call Delaware?
Exactly. They'll have to do, they can't, when it comes to the morgue process and everything else, they have to contact Delaware because it's their land and they have to come all the way over and use the resources to come over the bridge to go ahead and handle whatever situation happens.
So why does Delaware want it? It seems like it's a pain in the neck.
It's more of a border territorial thing if something happens. It's more when it comes to economic, and they're worried about the environment. It seems like most likely, if they're worried about the environmental hazards or something that may affect them, then that's when Delaware says, hey, you know what, we got to watch out what's going on here.
So they can prevent New Jersey from using land that looks like it should be rightfully theirs.
Thank William Penn and King Charles back from 1600s. Think like, okay, come on, guys, update the map, but such is life right now with that.
Do you expect any other fights over this? There hasn't been one since 2007, right? Nobody even talks about it.
It's just sitting there. They have it at the Army Corps of Engineers. They have it walled off. So it used to be four-wheelers. They used to go there, joyriding. Pennsville police stop them. If somebody does go there, they stop them and say, hey, just go away. But unless there's some development plan coming or anything else, this is going to be the status quo right now.
So it's your feeling, though, as we sit here today, your feeling is Delaware wants to hold on to that land in case it's valuable.
I can't say that. I can't go official on that, but just in case, I wouldn't put it past them when it comes to that. It could be, it's a lot of sediments on there. It's not really developable right now, but if something happens in the future, they could pull the card.
Well, there's
hey,
another reason too. In case it's valuable, or in case New Jersey wants to use it for something that they don't want it used for.
Depending on what the actual thing is. If it's something like another BP refinery, we could be up in the Supreme Court.
You know if this exists anywhere else in the country?
I know, not that I know of offhand. I haven't seen anything else where it comes to something like that for it. I mean, each state has its own unique lands. Even that little curve at the top of Delaware, right near Claymont and everything else, that little top weird curve, that's part of that 12-mile radius circle that
but it's
struggles with it for it. You would think, yeah, it makes sense for it. It's like, the United States is unique when it comes to a lot of
We
these
should
borders.
point out that New Jersey's tried to grab land before.
Yeah.
They tried to grab Liberty Island. They say the Statue of Liberty's theirs. They were even talking about Staten Island.
Not New Jersey, no.
Yeah, they're greedy. Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming in. Chris Franklin, reporter at NJ.com. Delaware Way continues right after this.